My friend M was like a sister to me. We have known each other since we were 4. We were partners in crime. We knew everything about each other. We even decided to become each other's kid's godmother. When I was 17, I started dating a guy from my neighborhood, L. He was also my father's friend's son. That's how we met. I have had a crush on him since I was 15. M knew about it. In fact, she was the one who insisted I talk to him. She encouraged me to ask him out. I did. We started dating at 17. Everything was good. I thought I found my soulmate. But I noticed something different when we were in our 4th year of relationship. He acted kinda distant. I thought the pressure from university was stressing him out. I tried to cheer him up and tried to be intimate, but he would just brush it off. At one time, I accidentally looked at his phone while I was trying to make a call. I came across hundreds of messages between him and M. They also sent each other nudes. I felt really disgusted. I couldn't confront him because I knew he would deny. Then one day I went to his house to surprise him. There I saw M and L, almost naked on the couch. They were probably in the middle of foreplay when I walked in. They were both shocked to see me, as if they saw a ghost. I cannot explain the rage I was feeling. I felt like I was about to faint. Instead, I went out. They both tried to chase me down with the classic, "It's not what it looks like." Oh, really? You guys are naked cuddling and eating each other's faces. I wonder what it is. They asked me if I had screenshots. I told them yes. They told me to keep it and also told me to message him and my friend that we are done. I did as they told me. According to my sister's advice, I told all our mutual friends about it. It was chaotic. I was broken and devastated. I would cry all day and not eat. I was betrayed by my best friend and the love of my life. But somehow the betrayal from M really hurt the most. After digging up in the drama that transpired, I got to know how disgusting and vile L was. I cannot list everything here, Bika. I came to realize that he had so many red flags that I ignored. Those kinds of things helped me to heal. L also came to my house a few times, but my sister told him if he keeps bothering us, she will call the cops. My father knew about all of this and was very supportive. I didn't want him to stop his friendship with L's dad, but L cannot be in our house anymore. I will not be in the same room as him. It took me a while, but I healed. I did lose a lot of friends because some of them took M's side and have like 2 good friends who actually helped me. Plus, I was very thankful to have 2 amazing sisters. I went out with my friends, started working out, even some forums helped me. I stayed away from dating for a year. I am currently happy and in a relationship with someone. I thought I left the whole thing behind. But my mom keeps insisting I forgive M. You see, M's mom and my mom are really good friends. After I told my mom about M's betrayal, she was supportive but also sad that she might have to stop talking to her friend. I told her not to. Regardless of what M did, her mom is very sweet. She even apologized from her behalf. I was never rude to her when she came home, but M is also not allowed in our house. Now my mom thinks I should forgive her. She always says to M's mom that they wish things went back to the way they were. My mom kept pushing that I forgive her and not ruin our friendship over a stupid boy. I mean, why should I? She knows I hate people who betray and cheat, yet she did it behind my back. She claims just because I am in a relationship, I should just forget, otherwise I will become a bitter person. My sisters are on my side. My father says the decision is up to me. I don't know what I will do. I do miss what M and I had, but I still haven't forgiven her for what she did. It just hurts knowing my mom wants me to forgive after knowing everything that has happened. Just to add more context. 1. M and L hooked up on her birthday when she broke up with her ex. She did tell me she is sorry and things just happened. She was lonely and he was there to comfort her. 2. In case you are wondering what L did and why he had red flags, because he criticized me a lot. It was either about my looks or my ambitions. I once told him I wanted to write a book and he mocked me. I brushed it off since he had a dark sense of humor. 3. L kept a spreadsheet of all the girls we knew in our circle, even at his university. He would rate them based on their looks. It was shared among his friends. Yes, I was on that list too. It made me really insecure. 4. Some of my and M's mutual friends knew about their affair but kept it away from me. That's why I cut a whole lot of them off. So I went home this week. My older sister was already there. She told me my mom wanted to invite M and her mom into our house. My dad refused because he doesn't want to betray me. I was angry at my mom for how she could do it to me. We all sat down. I told my mom how it felt to be betrayed by my friend. I told her that I am not asking her to stop seeing M's mom, but she should just stop forcing me to be friends with her. It's not going to happen. Even if I forgive her, I will not be her friend. She will not be welcomed in our house. She got mad and said we should learn to let go of the past. I also asked her what if M's mom had an affair with Dad and you walked in on them while they were doing it. I expected her to be mad, but her expression was shocking. I don't know how to describe it. It is as if I predicted something. My dad stepped in and said, "You should tell her now. She is old enough to know." Then I heard the entire history of Mom, Dad, and M's mom. M's mom was a serial cheater. She cheated on her ex-husband with multiple men. My mom didn't know. She did have hints but never confronted her. Apparently, she got pregnant with AP's baby and tried to pass it on as M's father's. But M's father was smart. He did a DNA test on the baby and the truth came out. My mom did berate her for that, but M's mom was very remorseful. She begged and pleaded with her husband to stay, but her husband didn't. I looked up dude on social media and he is filthy rich, probably battin' kinda rich without all the gadgets. He hired a lawyer and also had a prenup. M's mom didn't get a single dime for alimony, but he did pay child support for a while. He didn't want custody because M knew about her mother's affair but didn't say anything. M was 7 when it happened. She would always talk about her dad no too. I never knew. Probably because I thought that she was talking about her uncle or something. M's dad only got the visitation which he wanted, but M stopped going when she turned 15. My mom helped her get back on her feet because she was broke and M's child support only supports her only and not the entire family. 3 years after their divorce, M's dad got married again to someone younger than M's mom. I also dug up his name and saw that he was happy with his new family. So the day he got married, M's mom went into deep depression. She was very much drunk, and that bay asterisk itch tried to make a move on my dad. My dad pushed her away. My dad told my mom, but she denied something like that happened. Until M's mom called and apologized for her behavior. She forgave her. But according to my dad and older sister, she would still make excuses to get closer to Dad. My sisters spent their time keeping her away from Dad. Dad never liked her for what she did. Her husband was my dad's business partner at that time. Dad only tolerated her for Mom and my sake. So back to our conversation, I looked at my mom and she told me that it was different because my dad never had an affair. I asked if she would have forgiven her if the affair happened. She was silent. I asked her to give me an actual reason why she thinks I should forgive M. Then she told me the truth. M's mom has been sort of blackmailing Mom to cut off contact with her. My mom doesn't have many friends in town. M's mom was her best friend. According to her logic, she cannot be in a house where her daughter is not invited. Also, as I mentioned in one of the comments, my mom had a miscarriage when I was 4 years old. M's mom helped her a lot during that time. When my mom was jaded, she would clean her house and bring M. That's how we became friends. Lol, my mom pretty much saw M as her 4th child. She was probably trying to fill the space that her miscarriage left. So losing M felt like losing her baby again. That's why she wants us to reconcile. Not because of M, but also because she is afraid her friendship will come to an end. I was very upset by it, but I understood her. I told her M's mom is welcome here anytime, but M will not set foot in this house, and told her to get therapy because she had a very unhealthy attachment to M. I was conflicted. I was disappointed in M's mom. She seems like a really nice lady. When L cheated on me, I remember crying to her. She consoled me and felt genuinely sorry. So I did something out of the blue. I texted M's mom that I want to meet her alone. We went to a public place. My sister knew. She told me to record the conversation. So I met her. I told her everything my mom told me. I also told her that she is welcome in our house, but she cannot bring M. She didn't try to argue. She told me she should have known. She never wanted her daughter to become like her. Her infidelity has made her life hell. M could have had a beautiful childhood if she never cheated on her husband. Her husband was a great guy. She still feels guilty about doing this to him. She wishes she could go back in time and undo her mistake. I said that even though I don't have the same amount of respect for her, I don't mind having her around. My family is okay with that. The woman started crying. She finally spilled the beans after a year. She told me she knew about M and L. She knew L was cheating on me with M. She told her daughter to stop it, but M said she is only friend with benefits with L, and they will stop in a few weeks. Her mother told her that if she continues this, then she better conceal it properly. She only allowed this because she knew her daughter had an obsession with L. She thought it would help M to get this obsession out of her system. I was fuming. I wanted to yell, but I kept my cool. She knew this entire time, and not once she mentioned it. I asked her about her flirting with my dad. That's when she showed me what a snake she truly is. I pressed her and berated her for trying to destroy my mom's marriage. Once she had enough, she yelled that my mom doesn't deserve any of this. She is very lame and boring. She was only friends with her because she pitied her. My mom comes from a poor household. She doesn't have much education. She went to a very underfunded college, but M's mom went to a prestigious college. She is not even at her level. She said my dad doesn't deserve a street rat like her. I wanted to leave, but I wanted to take everything on the recording. But I had enough. I told her, more or less yelled at her, that she is not welcome in our house. She is a liar and a cheater, and so is her daughter. I cannot believe this woman. She has been manipulating my mom all this time. As soon as I got home, I told my mom everything about this. My mom refused to believe her friend would say something. My sister, who is a freaking genius, played the audio. I now understand why she told me to record. After hearing the entire thing, she grabbed her phone and called her. She yelled. I could hear words like slut, whore in my native language. She said that if she sees her again, she will rip her eyes out. It was kinda shocking. 1 minute she was praising her, and then she was yelling. But moreover, I am happy she cut off all the toxicity. I feel bad for Mom. I can relate because we both lost our close friends. We sat down and chatted. She told me how being a Som was difficult for her to make friends with. Ann was her close friend. She always looked up to her because she was really popular in our community. She wanted to be like her. My dad always disliked that. My mom also told me that she is sorry. That she was selfish. She enabled her so far that she hurt her own daughter. She feels guilty. I understand her. My dad said that she is putting her on therapy because she clearly has some trauma from her miscarriage and also from her childhood. I told her that she can still make great friends. She cut off all of her friends for M's mom. I told her to try and reconnect with them. I am also going to spend some time with her too in case she doesn't feel alone. All of this drama has made me realize I have a great dad. I have a newfound respect for him. Even when he was vulnerable, he never gave in to M's mother's flirting. He helped my mom when she had a C-section with me. He understands that being a Som is difficult. He loves her regardless. Many people speculated if my mom is a cheater or not, but let me clarify, it is not the case. She is very loyal to my dad. She was the oldest of 7 siblings, and she had to keep her family together at all cost. Hence, her pressure to me for forgiving M. Also, as for my ex, he texted me on my birthday last month. He wished me a happy birthday and said that he was sorry for what he did. He also said that M is a great girlfriend who helped him after our breakup and helped him heal. There was like an entire paragraph of him praising M. And to quote him, I do not regret loving you. It is because of you I learned how to love. That's why I am able to become such a good partner to M. I hope someday you will find someone good enough for you. I wish you all the best. What a clown. I showed this to my boyfriend. He laughed and said, I guess his wish has come true. I do not care if they marry or have like 100 babies. I am done with them. Someone pointed out that they did a huge favor because they are both trash and deserve each other. It's true. At least they won't be wasting other people's time with their toxicity. As for me, I am doing fine. I am planning a trip with my Beth and friends after my finals. And thanks to all of you who messaged me and commented. Also, if this counts as karma, but M got into a fight with one of her friends. My friend went to a party this week. She told me M and a friend of hers had a fight. Apparently, that friend accused her of stealing her boyfriend. According to my friend, they were not doing anything other than chatting. The girl came on to M and said, well, I should have known, given your history as a man-stealer. This is now her reputation. Even if she tried to say she wasn't flirting, no one was buying it. Lol. I cried for many days. I remember that getting out of bed was really hard. I lost a friend and a boyfriend. Moreover, I lost a good circle because they knew about their affair and didn't tell me. I had a large group of friends, and now I was left with 2. They are good people, but it hurts when I don't have my best friend with whom I shared almost everything. Guys, it is okay to mourn the relationship you lost. Give yourself the time to grieve. Don't take any huge steps during this period. Go ahead and cry and moan in your pillow. Eat whatever junk you want. But give it a time limit. I know that it doesn't happen, but my sister told me to grieve for 2 months like this and then get my ass back in the real world. I agree, it took more than 2 months, but after 2 months I had to decide whether or not I was ready. I tried to shift my focus from everything and into my studies. Even that was hard. I couldn't. I still cried a lot. I would space out while doing something, thinking about all the wild sex they must be having. I went to therapy. It helped to an extent. I didn't date for like a year. I used that time to better myself. I learned how to code. I learned how to play keyboard. It was a good distraction from everything. I also joined a gym because I was gaining weight. My sisters and those two of my friends took me on a trip to the beach. We had a lot of fun. A change of environment was nice. I became much closer to those two friends who I hardly talked to in the past and apologized for not being a good friend. I was healing slowly. I got rid of every memory I possessed of him. I burned the bridges. I tried to rediscover myself. Elle did come and said he wants to work things out. I guess Em wasn't what he thought she was. I was tempted to take him back. Not gonna lie, he was out of my league. But my sister handled it. She told him to never show his face, otherwise she will call the police. I was in different forums asking for advice. I met some nice people who found better partners after being cheated on. That gave me a bit of hope. I didn't engage in flings and ONS. I did once, but it made me feel more empty inside, so I never did that. Eventually, when I felt ready after a year, I started dating someone new. Now we are together. Please don't do these. 1. Don't think their cheating is your fault. 2. Don't go to social media to stalk them. I made that mistake. Seeing M and L posting intimate cute photos just felt like a bullet in my heart. I was tempted, so I unblocked them to see what they are up to. Seeing them kissing and hugging just put me in the same pit. 3. Don't compare yourself to others. I compared myself to M a lot. Just because someone looks different than you doesn't mean they are better. 4. Don't do the pick-me dance. Honestly, have some self-respect and don't be a doormat. I know cheaters insult you to make you insecure, but remember whatever a cheater says is a lie. So their perception about you is a lie. My uncle got cheated on by his wife multiple times. He gave her 2 second chances. She still left him broken. Now he drowns himself in alcohol. Cheaters don't deserve a second chance. 5. Don't take them back. Like ever. They are like a tuber that is going to suck the life out of you. 6. Don't do anything stupid, like violence or deleting evidence. Honestly, this is more crucial for people who are married. Don't destroy evidence that you have of them. Use them. 7. Don't date if you are not ready yet. 8. Don't let them control the narrative. 9. Don't think your life is over and your time is wasted. I know it will go against almost everyone's ideology, but I learned a lot from this mess. I learned who are my real friends, what red flags to avoid. The process of rebuilding myself from this wreck made me a better person. 10. Do not drink alcohol. I swear this is the worst thing that you can do. Do not use any intoxicating stuff to forget the pain. Forgetting the pain for a short moment is not the same thing as healing. Alcohol and drugs will not heal you. They will destroy you. Things I learned about myself. After getting into a new relationship, I learned that I was not bad at sex. He was bad at communicating. I realized sex with Elle was sort of robotic. Even if I would orgasm, it just felt meh. But my new boyfriend, he is better at communicating with me. We share our thoughts about intimacy, our likes and dislikes. I realized that I might not be so bad at sex after. I just had a bad partner. It is nice to have someone who actually listens and teaches you a few tricks. I realized how much better I deserved. That the world I created in my head with Elle was nothing. It was all a sham. I also learned never to doubt yourself or think you are less than someone. Honestly, that was a hard part. I am still insecure, but I am working on it. I learned about my true potential. Elle almost had me convinced I was too stupid to be good at anything. But I am good at multiple things after I explored a lot of hobbies. Also, I learned therapy works wonders if you find a good therapist. I had a bad one that was always criticizing me. After I changed to a good one, it worked wonders for my mental health. I was doubting myself less.